I'm never in a bad place. I'm just plotting my next move. Keep your big plays quiet because the loudest doubters are usually just mad they didn't think of it first. Today marks a very big milestone in my YouTube career. Today, we've reached over 5,000 subscribers in just 1 week. Now, I restarted my channel on March 4th, okay? Just to give you guys a quick rundown, I was tracking from about 175 early March, and it was going at about a subscriber a day, really slow. And then it started to pick up to 2 subscribers a day, 5 subscribers, 10 subscribers, and all of a sudden it was going up 10 to 20 on a daily basis. And it stayed pretty consistent until we fast forward to 6th of April. Now this is where things took a spike for the best. Cheering for the rest, I guess we're making up one today, spike for the best, I don't know, who knows. And then all of a sudden, I went to 1,100. Imagine waking up to 400 subscribers. Trust me, it was a lot. And then all of a sudden, 2,000, close to 3, 4. And so it's just been going up so fast. It's slowing down over the weekend, but that's totally fine. It's still going really fast. And at the end of the day, guys, I wouldn't have got here without your guys' support. And other than me showing my appreciation through giveaways, which I will be doing, I'm just waiting for a bunch of other stuff. Today, I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a rundown on who I am, what I want this channel to accomplish, and what I really stand for in hoping to grow this channel. Because at the end of the day, there's no point you guys coming to my channel and subscribing unless you can relate to what I'm trying to achieve. Because if you're trying to accomplish something in life, it's important that you align your goals with someone who can realistically help put you on the right path, or at least give you tools to help. Because at the end of the day, I just want you guys to take what I say as a grain of salt, like you should with any YouTuber or anyone in your life. And the one thing that I have going for me is that I've got a bunch of tools set up to help me grow. I've got a psychologist, I've got a supportive girlfriend, I've got a bunch of YouTube tools that I pay for that helps me grow, and that's why I'm here today. But without further ado, I'll just go a little bit into my past just to show you guys where I started and where I am today. So basically, when I was 23 years old, I was a young buck with a dream to have a big and great life here in New Zealand, where it's a little bit harder because you're on the other side of the world, or extremely isolated, and to even get out of your own country is pretty hard because a lot of people try to push you down, which is why I started with that quote. It's just to give you guys an idea of the environment of what I grew up with in New Zealand. Every time I said, hey guys, this is what I want to accomplish, I had a big group of people say, nah, no way. If I can't do it, you can't do it. And it was this thing that we call tall puppy syndrome, but here in New Zealand, it's really bad. But aside from that, I said, nah, you know what? I'm going to sell everything I have and I'm going to move overseas and I'm going to build a career for myself working on super yachts. That's exactly what I did. I sold my car, I sold all my valuables, I sold everything I had because I knew that I had what it takes to be successful overseas. And so I moved to Europe, where I was working on super yachts for over 8 years. I went all around the Europe, and I got to explore some of the most beautiful places, whether it was Sardinia, which was probably my favorite part in southern Italy, or going to Spain or Turkey, Greece, where I visited all the different islands. I even eventually made my way to America, where I went to the Caribbean and the Bahamas. Honestly, I've had such a fortunate life, but I got myself there. I don't have a rich family that pushed me there. It was through the grind and putting myself in the right headspace that allowed me to have this life where I got to experience a bunch of cultures. And I got to build up my intercultural skills, because there's one thing being interpersonal where you can thrive on being social with different people in a room, but is going that one step further and being intercultural, which is the kind of person that I strive to be. Because one thing I've noticed with this channel is that it is bringing in multiple cultures from all around the world, and I absolutely love it, because that's exactly what I'm trying to achieve here. So what we have over here is just the future giveaway, so make sure you guys are staying tuned for that, because once I get the rest of my stuff, this is going to go to one of my lucky subscribers who like, comment, and subscribe on all my posts, because that's how any giveaway really is going to be rewarded. So obviously with my time working on super yachts and stuff, it gave me a bunch of tools and knowledge that I will always have with me no matter what I do. Whether I choose to become a pilot, work at the cinema, or even be a street busker, I'm able to take those skills and knowledge that I have from working all around the world, and here I am applying it to my YouTube channel. And what I'm trying to portray with this giveaway, right, is that I'm just trying to give back. And it was the same thing when I decided to go become an English teacher when I was living in Vietnam for 8 months. I started off teaching in the bigger cities at public and private schools, and don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed it, but I wanted more. You know, I wanted to go to the villages, to where it was really poor and remote, and focus on providing those kids with a better set of tools that they will need in order to give them any kind of chance to get themselves out of that extremely poor lifestyle. And I guess that's what I'm trying to accomplish here with my YouTube channel, is that I'm trying to set up something where anyone can come along and realistically be like, you know what, I can take that one skill that Kieran had in his previous video and apply it to this area of my life. And that's what I'm trying to do here, guys, is give you guys the tools and skills and knowledge that I have, so that you can find success in your YouTube career or whatever you decide to put your skills towards. Because at the end of the day, whatever you build up in life, you can apply it to any area. And just to give you guys a quick rundown on what we got going on here, got some really nice Fantech case fans. I really like these because you get daisy chained in. The M25 120G2, the most overcomplicated name, but it is what it is. It's beautiful. So whoever, look at that, we've got 2 of these bad boys. And then right here we have the stock cooler for the, hopefully that's focused, the Ryzen 5 5500. Pictures on the side. So it might not be much, but guys, I'm having to pay for this all on my own. No such thing as sponsorship or partnership in New Zealand. It just doesn't exist. There is no ecosystem for that type of stuff, unfortunately. Hopefully one day we'll get there. Maybe I'll be the first one to do it. Who knows? You know, that's, look at that. And we have the stock cooler for the Ryzen 5 7600. So I believe this is the Wraith cooler, which comes to around $50. So this is pretty good. It might not seem like a lot, guys, but at the end of the day, I'm having to pay for this stuff all on my own. This is coming out of my own wallet because, yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the same influencer tech economy that Australia has, where they've got a bunch of channels who sponsor YouTubers who are trying to build a future for themselves on YouTube. So yeah, I'm having to do this all on my own, which is I have no problem with. I'm happy to invest in myself because that's all I've ever done in my life, is I invest in myself no matter what, because the more you learn, the more you earn. So this is just chapter 1 of my channel, guys, and on the next chapter, there's going to be even bigger and better things, even better giveaways. And that's the key take from this, guys. I want you guys to really hone in, start focusing on what I've got going on, because trust me, if I'm able to go from 600 to 5K in a week, who's to say where we go in the year? I reckon in the year we can easily be close to 1 million. That's my estimate. I'm not really sure, but I'm willing to invest my time and resources to make sure that I get there. And if I have you guys from the beginning and we all grow together from that journey of seeing me go from 5K to 1 million, trust me guys, you will grow as well. In fact, why don't you guys make your own channel? But look, that comes from us building up a community together, having a conversation. So please feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below. If you have any questions, please feel free. As this channel grows, I want all of us to grow together. And when I get the rest of my items for the giveaway, I will also release a video for that, and you guys can enter in. But just to give you guys, a bit of info, the more you like, comment, subscribe on all my videos that I've created, the easier it is to get any of the prizes that I have. So just take that into account when I finally do the giveaway, and hopefully you guys will be thinking 2 steps ahead and already starting on it right now, so that when the giveaway starts, you've already liked, comment, and subscribed on all the videos that I've made, or even shared to get that, get your entries on the giveaway even better. But yeah, without further ado, I hope you guys have a great day. I really appreciate the love you guys show for this channel, and I really hope to see it hit 10K within the next week, because once we hit 10K, we're going to do another epic giveaway. So make sure you guys are focusing on what I got going on, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. See you guys later and have a good day. Peace!